Okay, so now we're going to start taking a look at really what I feel like this is when we start to do some really nice applications of this, start to look at some ways that this sort of stuff gets used, because this stuff does show up in a certain amount of applications. So we want to calculate probabilities over distributions with a different mean and standard deviation. So it's really, really rare that the mean is going to be 0 and the standard deviation is 1. That's hardly ever the case in most applications. So we're going to find the probability of a range of values from any normal distribution. What we're going to do is sketch the situation, and then we're going to use the Excel spreadsheet. We're just going to need to change that mean and standard deviation to whatever's provided to us in the problem. So it says, sketch the normal distribution, standard deviations, marking, and show the boundaries or boundaries of the range. This problem, the height of a doorway is 80 inches. If the average height of a male is 70 inches, with a standard deviation of 4 inches, what is the probability that a man will need to bend down when entering into the doorway? So what do we do here? What we're going to do is we are going to have to figure out, when do they have to bend down? We're going to need to somebody is not going to be able to fit into the doorway if they're taller than the doorway, right? What does that mean for them to be taller than the doorway? That means that their height is bigger than the size of the doorway, which is 80 inches. So we're finding the probability that a randomly selected male will be taller than 80 inches. Now you're going to want to sketch the situation. So what we want to know is we need to know what the mean and standard deviation is. It says the average height of a male is 70 inches. So we know our mean is 70. And we know our standard deviation is 4. So we're going to put 70 in right here, right? And 80 is somewhere right here, correct? So we'll put 80 over on the right. And we're trying to find the probability that somebody's height is greater than that. So greater than would be this direction right here. So there's our sketch of the situation. I don't have enough room to write in here, so we're going to find the probability that x is greater than 80. And so now we're going to go to the Excel spreadsheet. This is shaded to the right. So we're going to go to this left or right. We have a mean of 70, a standard deviation of 4, and we're finding the probability that somebody is taller than 80 inches. So what is that probability? It's 0.00621. What would that be as percentage? That would be 0.621%. So it's probably unlikely that somebody's not going to be able to fit into a doorway. A little bit less than 1% of the people will have to bend over when entering into a doorway. So we would say about 0.6% of men will need to bend when entering the doorway. How about women? It says if the average height of a woman is 65 inches, so we're going to mark, I know that the mean height for women is 65 with a standard deviation of 3.5, so 65. 80, we're finding the probability that women will need to bend when entering the doorway. That means that their height will be 80 or greater. That's going to be even further to the right, so I expect this to be a smaller percentage because on average women are slightly shorter than men. Again, we're finding the same probability, the probability that x is greater than 80 inches. Now, everything is, we're going to pick the right, so it's going to be left or right. The mean this time is 65. The standard deviation is 3.5. And we can see that this probability is really, really close to 0. So almost no women are going to have trouble fitting through that doorway. It's 0.00001, even if I rounded this 4 decimal places. So about 0% of women will need to bend when entering into the doorway. All right. We're working more with heights here. It says, to enter the U.S. Armed Forces, a female's height must be between 58 and 80 inches. Using the 65 inches as the average with a standard deviation of 3.5 inches, what percent of women will not be eligible to enter the Marines or U.S. Armed Forces due to not meeting the height requirements? So again, we know our mean is 65. We know our standard deviation is 3.5. So we're going to put 65 here, right? Somebody has to be between 58 and 80. These are the people who will meet the requirements, right? So let's go find the percentage of people who will meet the requirements first. So we're going to, this is an in-between, so we're going to put this in the in-between tab. 58 and 80 with a mean of 65 and a standard deviation of 3.5. What percent of women will qualify? So the percent of women who will qualify is 0.9772. So how do we represent this? Because again, these are the people who will qualify. That is if their height is between 58 and 80. And we said that was 0.9772, I think. 0.9772. So these ones, these are the people who will qualify. How do we find the people who do, the percent of women who will not be eligible? Well, for this one, we know that we have 100% of our probability underneath this distribution. To find the percent that will not qualify, we're just going to do the idea of the complement, 1 minus 0.9772. So 0.0228. So about 2.28% of women will not qualify. All right, the last one, it says, assume that human body temperatures of healthy normal people are normally distributed with a mean of 98.2 and a standard deviation of 0.62. A hospital uses 100.6 as the lowest temperature to be considered a fever. What percent of normal healthy people would be thought to have a fever at the hospital? So we know human heights or human body temperatures are normally distributed, right? And we have people who run up here, even though the average is 98.2, there might be somebody up here who has a normal body running temperature that's higher than that, right? So what we're asking is it possible for somebody to walk into the hospital and they have their temperature taken and they get diagnosed with the flu even though they don't have the flu? They don't actually have the flu. So those would be the people whose body temperatures are at or greater than 100.6. Again, we think this is pretty rare, but we're going to find the probability. So ignore this part about the normal CDF. Sketching the situation, this is what we're looking at. We know we have a mean of 98.2, and we know we have a standard deviation of 0.62, and we're finding the probability that somebody's normal body temperature is greater than 100.6. So we're going to put those values in. So this one is, again, a right-tailed, so it's going to be 98.2 is the mean, 0.62 is our standard deviation, and we're finding the probability that their body temperature is at or greater than 100.6. And we can see that's a very, very tiny probability. So let's say we round this 4 decimal places, it's going to be 0.0001 or 0.01%. So very rare that we're going to have somebody come in with a normal body temperature that would diagnose them with the flu.